And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. And then they have cans of soup. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the goal. You know the thing.
Unbelievable. They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. Because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right? Everybody comes in your grandmother. 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 Then I have an Article 2 where I have the right to do whatever I want as president, but I don't even talk about that. Then I have an Article 2 where I have the right to do whatever I want as president, but I don't even talk about that. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. $7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico. $7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
Bottom line, the American dream, the great American dream versus being a socialist hellhole.
You have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened with
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves how to take a position. Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves how to take a position.
Oh my goodness gracious. The doggies, the doggies, the doggies, folks. It's the motherfucking doggies. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Yo, look at these dogs. Cody. Look, it's Cody, the dog. Look, there's dogs. Oh, Max. Oh, Cody. Oh, the doggies. Oh, the doggies. Oh. Hey, Cody. This is Cody the doggy, folks. How's it going? All right, folks. So I got a jam-packed show today. It's jam-packed. I've got a bunch of jam, and the jam is going to be packed. So how's it going? Yo, I want to read this chat message because it's extremely funny. Eco-anxiety. By the way, someone whom I've never seen ever post a comment, someone whom I've never seen ever post a chat message, someone I've never heard of before in any context ever. So let's say, hi, Andrea. I enjoy your content, but with respect, I don't give money to people who post, give me money. Thanks. What? First of all, if you respect my content, and I'm taking the shades off for this one, if you respect my content and you don't understand how that's tongue-in-cheek, then I'm sorry, but clearly you don't have a sense of humor, and therefore, I don't really care what you have to say. Now, I'm not trying to sound like I'm being like a piece of garbage here. I'm not really, I'm not trying to sound like I'm ungrateful. Right, Cody the dog? Right, Cody the dog? Cody the dog! Cody the dog! Look at Cody the dog! Yeah, doesn't it say send me? No, it says give me money here anyway at the top. I have it in different areas. Maxie! I got 2 dogs here, folks. For those of you that don't know, someone in my family is giving birth, and it's taken a while. They've apparently been in the hospital for like 24 hours, like screaming, trying to give birth, and it's not going so well. I don't really know all the details. All I know is they left about 24 hours ago. That's all I know. So I have no idea what the procedure is. So I'm watching their dogs in the meantime. So we've got Cody the dog here. Max, you want to come up here too? Max. Oh. Max's territory is being infringed upon. But, yeah, so, having a lot of fun here with these dogs. Hello. It's Cody the doggy. Max the dog is now downstairs. Cody is spelled K-O-D-I for reference. Hello. Hi. Oh. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Uh-oh. His paws. That's you. That's you, Cody. You're on the screen. That's you. Oh. High five. High five. No? Okay. So that's Cody the doggy, folks. Max is off running downstairs. Anyway, yeah, so I've got my door open. So if the dogs want to switch around, they can choose to do so. If not, then that's okay too. They also might leave the room and not come back, so that's totally possible as well. Oh, Cody's getting comfy. Look at that. Oh my god. All right, folks. New dog. No, these are my family's dogs. My brother's wife is currently trying to give birth. Apparently it's taken a while, so I'm watching the dogs in the meantime. Yeah, I got a smudge on my glasses, man. I gotta fix that. But anyway, hopefully everyone is having a good day. I'm having a great day. Notice, by the way, how that eco-anxiety person, whom mysteriously I've never seen before, has not responded in any capacity. Like, if they respect my content so much, right, they're such a respecter, right? They're just like, they're an enjoyer of this material so much that the only comment they've ever written is one with a very dumb fucking criticism, and they've never wrote ever before and will not probably write again. Just notice that. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, because obviously I'm not there, so I mean, I'll get the scoop, later. So I don't really know what's happening, but, sucks for her, right? Sucks for her. Meanwhile, I get Cody the doggy on my stream. This is pretty cool. Look at that. See? Look, Cody's got paws. Cody's got paws. Oh, what the hell's on your paw? Oh. Anyway, the trolls love their hit and runs. I love hit and runs, honestly. Hit and run troll. Hit and run troll. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. We do a little trolling.
Like this, we were all over the last couple of weeks. We like to troll.
We like
to go
to troll.
the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. Bernie Sanders was very upset. Why would he be there? Why? Because I want to win. I want to keep everybody.
I want to win. First of all, I don't have a Nate. It's Nick, you may be familiar with. Nick is my half-brother, and then he's got a brother that is not related by blood, but, you know, my brother anyway. He doesn't like being on camera or anything, though. He's not much of a camera person. But you know, what are you gonna do? I just bully Nick into coming on, so he's not much of a camera person either, but fuck him. It took 4 days to give birth to my first daughter, then 4 hours on the second one. 4 days on the first one. Jesus. Is that what should I expect to be caring for Cody for another 3 days? Because I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can do that. I can, actually. Anyway, I've got news today, y'all. So, there's new Trump audio. New. 6 minutes of crisp Trump audio. At least according to reports. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know if that's just a snippet or if I have to find. But there's new Trump audio. It's crisp. It's collectible Trump audio. I'm going to be making some NFTs with Trump audio. That's what I'm going to do. So we've got some crisp Trump audio. Trump's got a new letter that he wrote. Some would say it's something below 280 characters. Eco-anxiety. It's all good, Andrea. Here you go. Have to get back to work. I'm a guy, by the way, lol. Thank you, eco-anxiety. I appreciate that. If you want to have another conversation, feel free to come back. But you know, I appreciate that. Trump, check out my mixtape. Everyone, this is what I call Findom. Thank you. I appreciate it, though. Obviously, again, just to reiterate, very tongue-in-cheek, as you can see. Look, my tongue is in my cheek right now, as you can see. Anyway, so that's how I operate this live stream, but I appreciate that nonetheless. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. I gotta play that again. I'm sorry. This is just such a legendary clip.
And we're getting crowds like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
I love it.
Trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. Do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. Do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Yeah. How do we know that's a tongue? That's a good point. Anyway, yeah, I'm feeling good. Yesterday I was a little low energy. I don't know why. I guess I've been not sleeping too well, but I slept for a solid like 8.5 to 9 hours last night. It felt really good. So it was really good. I felt really good about it. And I woke up. This is my second cup of coffee. I just had breakfast. I'm just in a great mood. Like, sometimes, I guess, like, you know, like I said yesterday, you can't be at 100% all the time, right? Yesterday, I was at, like, 42%, right? Like, the day before, I was at, like, 69%. I was bleeding. I was about to hit the ground screaming. I was already screaming. I was already falling down. And then as I fell down, I caught myself, right? I landed on my hands, and I pushed myself back up. And that's today. I'm back up to, like, 84%. And, you know, who knows? The second cup of coffee might even bring me even higher. So who knows? Anyway, I love everyone. I just want to say that as a public service announcement. The fact that y'all are watching this live stream, that's incredible to me. So I just want to say God bless all of you. I don't even believe in God, but I mean, if you do, then you can take that as a blessing. I don't believe in God, but personally, but you know, still, God bless all of you and all that crap. Anyway, I had to get up at 4 a.m. and I'm sore, so I might sneak out. Whoa, Bob, are you saying you're gonna sneak out? What is this? What am I? Your fucking, like, mom? Like, are you, like, fucking 3 years old? You're gonna sneak out of the fucking window? You're gonna go knock on someone else, throw a rock at someone else's window and go spend the night or something? What is this plan of action you've got here? That's so bizarre. Guess what? You're told what to think. You just go along with it. Have you found the answer to my basic question? What basic question? Oh, let me scroll up. I'm sorry. The trolls love their hit and runs. Holy. Oh, hi. At Bob Carmody. Did you see the story about the FBI conspiring with the NYPD to assassinate Malcolm X? That's a wild conspiracy. Yeah, I mean, that's I don't even know if that's a conspiracy. Guess what? You're told what I don't go and ban some people from chat for asking basic questions. Hey, what are you doing? What's happening? Are you talking to me or Bob? What is happening? What is going on? Y'all. My chat room is not the place for you to yell at other people. I'm just saying, like, just, you know, we're all friends here. Everyone here is a good pal. Look, we got Cody the doggy right there. Cody the dog. Where's Max the dog? Where's Max the dog? Maxie! He's downstairs. But, yeah, I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. We love to troll. We love to troll. Uh-oh, Cody's on the move. Hello. Hello, Cody. Hello. I think Zed50 got fin-domed a little too hard and he's a little sore. Uncanny Valley. I mean, I would prefer if you didn't do that in my chat room. I'm not entirely sure what conspiracy theories you're referring to. I'm not sure, but I don't think my chat room is the place to do that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, just out of for my own personal comfort, if you would just not do that in my chat, that would be great. I mean, you can do it somewhere else if you want. But not right now, because I'm kind of like, feeling, I'm in a good mood, I'm happy-go-lucky, right? You know what I'm saying? But, you've already agreed with the things he banned me for. I mean, what? Are you talking about Malcolm X being, plotted to be set up by the New York police? Because that's true, as far as I'm concerned. And if I remember correctly, didn't Sam Cedar talk about that on his show? Like, isn't that something that he talked about? I think I remember him talking about. Anyway, folks, we've got some breaking news. This is actually huge, and when I say that, this is big. This is a very big story. This is, as some would say, this is huge. This is not small. This is very large. This is something that we really need to talk about. So, Matthew McConaughey says he's seriously considering Texas governor run. So, this is extremely important. Now, before we get into this story, I want to talk about a recent experience of mine. So, I recently watched a movie called Magic Mike, which features Matthew McConaughey almost, if not almost completely naked. And I just want to say, with that in mind, and that being my most recent exposure to this individual, I want to endorse him for the governorship of Texas. So let's read. Matthew McConaughey says he's seriously weighing a gubernatorial run in his home state of Texas. The True Detective actor, who's publicly flirted with a political bid before, went a step further in an episode of Crime Stoppers of Houston's The Balanced Voice podcast on Wednesday. I have no idea what this guy's personal politics are, but he's hot, so I'll take it. After host and Crime Stoppers CEO Renia Macarius mentioned running for governor in the Lone Star State, McConaughey replied, "It's a true consideration." Let's go. Asked how he could carry on life lessons through the next generation, the Greenlights author said he has an eye on the future. I often have my eye on the future. I've got one eye on the future, one eye that's just, just kind of existing, and it also is there. I'm looking into now again. What is my leadership now again? Is that now and again? I'm looking into now again. I don't really. What is my leadership role? I don't know. I mean, you can star in more movies and take your clothes off, but because I do think I have some things to teach and share. And what is my role? What's my category in my next chapter of life that I'm going into? He added, I don't care. I don't know. Whatever. This is just fun. Let's just deal with it. He's hot, so I'll take it. I don't know. He's 51. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. What does anyone know his politics? I really don't think. I don't know what his politics are. Is he right wing? Is he Republican? Is he bootstrappy? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. That being said, 1, I don't live in Texas. 2, I'll endorse him because he's hot. And 3, he's hot. So that's it. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know. I have no idea. But I thought it was funny and I saw it this morning. So, McConaughey rescued various pets stranded after the flooding of New Orleans from Hurricane Katrina. Oh, hell yeah. He has trash politics. I mean, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. I'm allowed. Remember when Beto ran for Senate in 2018? Right? And everyone was like, oh, he's so hot. This is my version, okay? I'm allowed. Beto never took his clothes off in a movie. Come on. Come on. I'm allowed. Come on. We actors being governors? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Yo, Bodan. Matthew McConaughey? Yes or no? Give me an answer. Yes or no? It's okay, Andrea. He's your one. Thank you for the support. Have I played Mega Man The Wily Wars for the Mega Drive? The Mega Drive? I'm afraid I don't know what the Mega Drive is. Sonic the Hedgehog. I think Matthew is Hollywood liberal, maybe. He gives the premier neighborhood here in Austin. He lives in the premier neighborhood here in Austin, but it's the liberal part of town. Ooh, the liberal part of town. He's pretty much a Hollywood rad lib. So not great, but an improvement for Texas. Hey, I'll take a hot Republican over an ugly Republican, even if that's the case. I woke up this morning thinking, I'm going to ruin this for Andrea. Please, no. Bodan is here. We can now start the show. Yes or no, what? I know that. I'm just being, I'm being Brit-phobic. Or Europhobic. He's always chiming in about how both sides, left and right, are out of control. He's a dolt, but not a fascist. I mean, hey, I'll take a hot dolt over a not-so-hot dolt. He was a Trump supporter? Are you kidding me? No, don't ruin this. Stop it. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just watched him take his clothes off in a movie a week ago. Don't do that. No, he's not a Trumper. Stop. Cody. Why are you letting this happen? Why? Cody, please. Look at him. Cody, please. It's Max the dog. Max the dog is here. Max. Folks, we're getting double dogged. Folks. Double dogged. Hold up. Check this out. We got Max the dog. Oh, Max is knocking my meds over. Max the dog, I love you. Cody the dog. Max the dog. Oh, you're knocking my estrogen on the floor. Why? Oh, doggies. Doggies. Oh, doggies. Oh, doggies. Oh. I'm getting double dogged. Please send help. Help. I'm getting double dogged. Help. Max, you're on my hair. Oh. I got double dogged. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're both going downstairs now. They've done their damage. Bodan, a member of my family is in the hospital. She is currently attempting to give birth, and as a result, I am watching her dogs. So, and the other one, they have two. Cody, which is Kodi, the black one up here, and Gaia, Gaia, is a bulldog, but she doesn't like coming upstairs. She has a problem with stairs, so she doesn't really come up here often. So she just kind of lounges around in the living room, just kind of sits there. Hello, Cody. Hello. Hello. Yo, these motherfuckers got my glasses with their saliva, and it's starting to like stick, and I can't get it off. Why'd you do it? This fucking dog. Okay, that's good. No, Bonan, I mean, he's hot. Come on. I have two Afro-Americans. Don't elect fascists and don't elect any TV star. I will only elect TV stars if they're hot. So that's my rule. If they're not hot, they're out. As far as I'm concerned, you're out. But if you're hot, I'll vote for you. That's pretty much... Why do you think I voted for Cal Cunningham for Senate? Because he was hot. He's not that hot. I'm just trying to think of a local example. That's the best I could come up with. Everyone else is just like, ugh. All right, folks. Hopefully everyone's having a good day today. I like Bodan. I can't with this guy. I can't with Bodan. Bodan's too good. Bodan is too fucking good. All right, folks. So Bernard Sanders was on the television. He was on television at some point in time. I think it was like 2 days ago he was on television. He was on television 2 days ago. Bernard Sanders, the chairman of the Bud Get Committee. So this is Bernard Sanders on television. This is a 7-minute clip. I'll just play it, until I get bored. But this is him talking about the COVID American Relief Rescue Package, whatever. So here's Bernard Sanders.
Chairman Senator Bernie Sanders. Chairman Sanders, thanks for being with us. So you hear what Speaker Pelosi says. It looks as though the bill is on track to be signed by President Biden this week. Obviously,
to my understanding, Friday is supposed to be when he signs it, which means we might be able to get the stimulus on Monday. Reminder, I want to remind everyone, I'm a comedian, and as a comedian, I want to say that if you do get your stimulus package, PayPal, Cash App, Patreon, links down below. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
Doesn't include a federal minimum wage hike, something you were very determined, I know, to include. Despite that, are you satisfied with what the bill ended up with?
Anderson, in my view, this is the most significant legislation for working people that has been passed in decades. And what this legislation is about is looking out around our country in the midst of this terrible pandemic, the economic decline, the fact that our education of our kids has been disrupted, that people are facing eviction, families are facing hunger. We've looked at all of these issues and we said, what can we do? And I think what shocks many in the establishment, and certainly my Republican colleagues, is that we wrote a bill to address the crises facing working families and the middle class and low income people, and not the wealthy and large corporations and their lobbyists. So this bill is enormously significant. And at the top of our list is the understanding that the American people know to be true, is that we're not going to get our kids back to school safely. We're not going to get our economy humming the way it should be and create the millions of jobs we need to create unless we crush the pandemic. And we are putting billions of dollars into making sure that we are producing the amount of vaccines that we need, and we're developing a mechanism to get those vaccines into the arms of the American people. The Biden administration, I think, in the last month has made real progress, but we have a long, long way to go. Because every day that somebody is not getting a vaccine is a day that that person may get the COVID virus and die.
In terms of...
So, yeah, I just want to say, this is a very, very good package overall. Obviously, the two main things about it that are my huge problems is the $15 minimum wage should have been included in this. Should have, right? And the Biden administration lied their asses off to try to give up, make up, basically, just manufacture a fictitious narrative that they couldn't get it in there. And the check should have been $2,000. The difference between $1,400 and $2,000 for the overall, it's a $1.9 trillion bill, motherfucker, right? You could have added on or tacked on, I think, another 30-something billion or something just to give everyone the extra $600 that they promised. Yes, those are big problems. However, this bill also has a child tax credit, which, again, I mentioned earlier, there's going to be a new baby in my family, so that's going to help out my household. And that's a policy that if we rally around and focus on for the next year, we could maybe have just a general UBI for children. That would be pretty good. And then maybe we can build off of that. I don't know. But I do think giving all parents money every month for a year, I think that that's going to have a serious effect on the 2022 midterms. So I just want to throw that out there. Yes, this bill could have been better. Absolutely. However, as it is, it's pretty fucking good.
$15 an hour minimum wage. How do you want to proceed with that? Because clearly that's still something on your agenda.
Oh, it is absolutely on my agenda, Anderson. If you were to ask me what the great crisis in the American economy is today, we can talk about a lot of things. But to my mind, the fact that half of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, and that many millions of people are working for starvation wages for $8, $9, $10 an hour. You can't live on that. Minimum wage has not been raised by Congress since 2007, and it stands today at $7.25 an hour. So we are developing a strategy. And if anybody thinks that the vote that we had the other day on the minimum wage is the last vote that is taking place this session, they're very, very wrong.
Because there are some Democrats who did not want that.
I know. Believe me, I know. But at the end of the day, the American people want it. Overwhelmingly, large numbers of people support raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. 8 states have already voted to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Many communities and cities have done the same. So we're going to do what the American people want, and in one way or another, we are going to pass the $15 an hour minimum wage.
I just want to go back to something you said at the beginning, that you think this is the most significant piece of legislation in decades. Can you just talk more about why you think that is, and what does it say that, the first relief at the beginning of this pandemic got overwhelming Republican support as well. This got no Republican support. What does that say to you?
Well, it says to me that the Republicans have turned their back on the needs of working families. They used the reconciliation process a few years ago to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the top 1% and large corporations. They used the reconciliation process to try to repeal the Affordable Care Act and throw 30 million people off of the health care that they had. What we are using reconciliation for is to address the crises facing working families. What does that mean? It means that hopefully within a couple of...
So I just want to say, I don't know if I'm going to play the rest of this, but I like Bernard. The big thing here, again, is we've got to nuke the motherfucking filifucking-buster. That's what we got to do. And now, as far as I understand, Joe Manchin has come around to the idea of supporting a talking filibuster, which is effectively the same thing as nuking the filibuster. The only difference is basically The filibuster, for those of you that don't know, is originally intended to force debate, not to force a 60 vote threshold. That was not the original intention of the filibuster. It was turned into that by racists who wanted to stop civil rights legislation. So, what the filibuster was originally supposed to be is if you want to talk on the floor of the Senate, you're allowed to talk for as long as you physically can. That's the idea. Bernard Sanders himself, I believe, did a 9-hour filibuster. I want to say like somewhere around like 7 or 8 years ago. So like that's basically what the idea of the filibuster is supposed to be. Nowadays, like a senator can just like send an email to Chuck Schumer and say, "Yo, filibuster me," and then boom, 60 votes all of a sudden. So that's a big thing. And we need to get rid of that. A talking filibuster, which is again restoring it to what its original intent was, is effectively the same thing as nuking it, though it does allow the Republicans time to expose themselves for being silly fucking buggers over and over again. So that'll be pretty interesting.
Of weeks, some 85% of American households will receive a direct payment check. That direct payment will be $1,400 for every working class adult, individual $75,000 or less, couples $150,000 or less, plus your children. Family of 4 gets help of $5,600. And in the midst of this crisis, God only knows that millions and millions of families desperately need that boost. What this legislation does, Anderson, is it addresses a crisis that this country has ignored for too long. We have one of the highest rates of childhood poverty of any major country on earth. This legislation will expand the child tax credit and lower childhood poverty in America by up to 50%. Yeah, we're going to pay attention to the kids.
So, yeah, real quick, why not make it 100%? Just saying, throwing that out there. If we can do it by 50, why can't we do it by 100? Right? You know, am I allowed to say that? Okay.
In America, many of whom are struggling for a variety of reasons. This legislation says that in the richest country in the history of the world, people should not be going hungry. In my community, Burlington, Vermont, a few months ago, hundreds of cars lined up for emergency food packages. It's taken place all over this country. This legislation provides help so that when the moratorium on evictions ends, people will get assistance to stay in their homes, whether it's a rental unit or your own home. This legislation more than doubles funding for community health centers. In my state, about 25% of people get their medical care, they get their dental care, they get low-cost prescription drugs, mental health counseling through community health centers. We've more than doubled funding it. We're putting money into getting doctors into underserved areas.
I love doctors.
We're putting money into making sure that millions of workers do not lose the pensions that they were promised. So this legislation is quite comprehensive in attempting to address the needs of working families. And obviously, the next reconciliation bill will deal with those structural problems.
Now, I believe that they get 2 more, I don't know why he keeps saying reconciliation, but I believe we're going to get 2 more reconciliation packages before the 2022 midterms, if I remember correctly. This was, I believe, the 2020 reconciliation package that they put, and then I think that they get a chance at a 2021 and a 2022, I believe. So, Bernard Sanders has hinted that the next one will be based on infrastructure, so, you know.
Not just the emergency problems of how we can create millions of good-paying jobs, rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure, and transforming our energy system to protect us from climate change.
Let's
Senator
go!
Sanders, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
So yeah, that's good. Again, this is a very significant stimulus package. It's going to very much so give a lot of people a lot of money. Again, when you get your stimulus, as a comedian, I say this unseriously. I am not serious whatsoever. You can go down to the description, PayPal, Patreon, Cash App. Hit me. I'm just saying. You know, again, I'm just joking. I didn't say anything, actually. I was just making a joke. I'm doing a stand-up routine, except I'm sitting down. But yeah, so that's a thing. But anyway, this is actually really good. And again, it should have been $2,000. Absolutely. It should have been $15 minimum wage. Absolutely. But this isn't the last attempt that we get. This isn't the last try. And even then, again, this gives us opportunity. Maybe we could push for, $15 minimum wage that doesn't, take 5 years to be implemented, right? Because the idea that it was before was, it's going to be $15 minimum wage by 2026? What? Right? So, maybe we can, do a little better than that, right? I'm just saying. So maybe we've got extra time there. And again, so this is pretty good stuff. And so just wanted to play that clip of Bernard Sanders selling it. And did a pretty good job, I think. Yo, I love money. JL, $5. Or super chats. Give money to the big corporations. I love giving money to big corporations. Hell yeah. Andrew, $4.99. I read something about climate change on Twitter, and so I muted the guy who posted it because it made me depressed. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. And, yeah. Yes. Correct. As far as the video on the filibuster, how long is it? Maybe I'll cover that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll cover that tomorrow. Bookmarked. All right. So I've got some... Should we do it? All right, y'all. So we got... two stories here. One is the Trump audio. The other is his latest tweet. So we're going to get into the tweet first. And then we're going to get into the audio portion. Some hot new audio. Anyway, Donald Trump, failed presidential candidate, 2-time loser of the popular vote, is somehow tweeting from the grave. No, he's not dead, folks, but his Twitter account is dead, and yet, somehow, he is still managing to post tweets. So here we've got a very interesting tweet. This is, I believe, less than 280 characters. This is a statement by Donald Trump, 45th president of the United States of America. 2-time impeached, 2-time popular vote loser, Donald Trump, failed presidential candidate, says, I hope everyone remembers when they're getting the COVID-19, often referred to as the China virus, vaccine, that if I wasn't president, you wouldn't be getting that beautiful shot. For 5 years. Why is shot in quotes? Can someone please tell me why shot is in quotes? Does anyone know? Why is shot in quotes? What? That if I wasn't president, you wouldn't be getting that beautiful shot for 5 years at best, and probably wouldn't be getting it at all. I hope everyone remembers. What? Why? Okay, so first of all right, we've got a lot to analyze here. Okay, so... in parents, often referred to as the China virus. By who? By you! Often referred to. It's one thing saying that, out loud, right? It's one thing, saying that in front of a crowd or something. But, in a tweet form, it's just... often referred to as the China virus. That if I wasn't president, you wouldn't be getting that beautiful shot. What the fuck? Anyway, I just want to remind everyone that vaccine development, if this were to have been truly cooperative from all across the world, it would have happened many months sooner. Operation Warp Speed is basically just a capitalist hell trap. Yes, is it good in the form of capitalism that we have? If we are an isolated nation that doesn't want to cooperate, if we are a capitalist nation that doesn't want to have public funding, right, then yes, Operation Warp Speed was pretty good given the infrastructure, given that Trump is president. Yes. But if we would have had global cooperation on vaccine development, we would probably be in the final stages of the pandemic right now. So Donald Trump trying to claim credit for that, I mean, Jesus Christ. Also, he's just ignoring the fact that 500,000 people are dead because he failed to defend America from this virus. Remember, right, during CPAC, not 2021, but CPAC 2020. Remember the one that Borat went into? Yeah, do you remember Mike Pence going up there and saying, there's 5 cases and they're under control? Remember that? I do, because that was fucking bullshit. They didn't have it under control. Now 500,000 people are dead. But the big, beautiful shot. Oh, Trump with the big, beautiful shot. What the fuck is that? Why is shot in quotes? That's so ridiculous. I just like, I just, I just.
So stupid. Thank you.
Woo! Shot is slang for injection, but why is it in quotes? Do you put all slang in quotes? Herman Cain killed himself. He was a grown man. Herman Cain in the membrane. Yeah, he's dead. Dumb bitch. I'm gonna do that for my tweets now. Yeah, just put random words in quotes. Yeah, I do have a lot of Twitter notifications. Let me check these buggers. What do we got going on here? Oh, hell yeah. I'm getting some advertisements. Thoughts on yerba mate versus coffee. What is yerba mate? What is that? Yerba mate? What? Ah, fuck this shit. Nope. Coffee it is. I don't even know what that is, so fuck you and fuck that. Alright. Man, alright. I'm so popular on Twitter for whatever reason. That's incredible. Anyway, what's next? Right, y'all, the Trump audio. That's right, new Trump tapes, folks. New Trump tapes, folks. So, two-time loser, failed presidential candidate, Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, he is no longer president because he lost an election by a lot, has now been in the news again. Apparently, some new audio has surfaced with a call between himself and the Georgia Secretary of State investigator about a signature audit. And so I'm going to read the story and then we'll play this. So this is coming from WSB TV Atlanta. So, Channel 2 Action News investigative reporter Mark Winnie has obtained the recording of a phone call between former president, two-time loser Donald J. Trump, and a Georgia Secretary of State official chief investigator, Francis Watson. The investigator heard in the call spoke exclusively to Winnie about her conversation with Trump about the signature match audit in Cobb County that her team handled with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. In the call recording, Trump mentions other states in the South where he defeated President Joe Biden, including Florida and Alabama, and questions how he didn't win Georgia. He urges investigators to check signatures on ballots going back several years to verify their accuracy. If you go back 2 years or 4 years, you'll see blah, blah, blah. We're going to see that very shortly. The investigation found there were only 2 mismatched signatures among the more than 15,000 votes in the audit. Watson told Winnie that she found nothing to change the fact that Trump lost Georgia. The call between Watson and Trump took place 1 week before the now famous phone call between Trump, Raffensperger, his attorney Ryan Germany, and White House senior staff members. So this is a week before the call that was released on January 2nd or 3rd, I want to say. Anyway, let's watch. Just kidding.
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
I am actually...
How are you?
Hello, Mr. President. I am actually doing very well.
Good. Well, you have a big fan in our great chief, right? Chief of Staff, Mark.
I did. I met him. It was a pleasure to meet him yesterday.
Nah, he's great. He was very successful. He was a great congressman, and then when you lead by 35 points, it's hard to get people out of there. But I tried very hard for 2 years, and we got him. He's done a fantastic job. I just wanted to thank you for everything. He told me you've been great, and look, this country is counting on it because it's very interesting. So I won Florida in a record number, Ohio in a record, Texas in a record, Alabama by 40 points, and I won everything but Georgia. And I won Georgia. I know that by a lot, and the people know it. And,
fuck it. Yo.
Set a record. Alabama by 40 points.
By a lot.
And I won everything but Georgia, and I won Georgia. I know that by a lot, and the people know it. And something happened there. I mean, something bad happened. enjoy that.
I wish the quality of this call were a little better, because that is
40
so
points.
good.
And I won everything but Georgia, and I won Georgia. I know that by a lot, and the people know it. And something happened there. I mean, something bad happened, and
Something
I hope
bad
you're doing
happened.
that job, because if you, I hope you're going back 2 years as opposed to just checking, one against the other, because that would just be sort of a signature check that didn't mean anything. But if you go back 2 years, and if you can get to Fulton, you're going to find things that are going to be unbelievable. The dishonesty that we've heard from,
Right.
Just good sources, really good sources. But Fulton is the mother lode, as the expression goes. Fulton County.
Right.
And,
well, Mr. President.
you don't want to see,
Right. I appreciate your comments, and I can assure you that our team and the GBI, that we're only interested in the truth and finding finding the information that's based on the facts. And we've been working 12, 16-hour days, and we're working through it. And so I can assure you that. And I do appreciate you calling. I know that you're a very, very busy, very important man, and I'm very honored that you called. And and quite
important what you're doing.
Quite frankly, I'm shocked
We won by a lot.
that you would take time to do that. But I am very appreciative.
Now, Mark asked me to do it. He thinks you're great, and it's just you have the most important job in the country right now, because if we win Georgia, first of all, if we win, you're going to have 2 wins. They're not going to win right now. They're down because the people of Georgia are so angry at what happened.
He's referring to the now confirmed and now sitting senators, Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. That's who he's referring to. They're not going to win, folks. But as we know now that they did win, and they just voted to pass the American Rescue Plan. So
I mean, they know I won by hundreds of thousands of votes. It wasn't close. And Alabama, where they go, because I won South Carolina in a record, Alabama in a record, Florida in a record. I won Florida by 600,000 or 700,000 votes. It's never happened before with a Republican. And with all the money they spent, you heard all about these guys going down spending a fortune. And we won Texas by a record. Texas was won by the biggest number ever. And it didn't. And Ohio, of course, you know about that. That was won by 9 points or something. And it's all of it. Iowa. I mean, and it never made sense. And they dropped ballots. They dropped all these ballots. Stacey Abrams, really, really terrible. I mean, just a terrible thing. And I will say this.
So, okay, Stacey Abrams is a terrible thing. Hey, Trump, she's a human being. Like, what the fuck? Stacey Abrams, just such a terrible thing. What? What?
If and when, hopefully this will show, because if you go back 2 years or 4 years, you're going to see it's a totally different signature. But hopefully, I will. When the right answer comes out, you'll be praised. I mean, I don't know why. They made it so hard. They will be praised. People will say, "Great," because that's what it's about. That ability to check and to make it right. Because everyone knows it's wrong. There's just no way. They had people in Georgia, for instance, that won, and I was way ahead of them, and they won because of me. I pulled them, they call it coattails, right? And we pulled them across, and they say that, and I was way ahead of them, and they won because of me. I pulled them, they call it coattails, right?
They call it coattails. That's what they call it.
And they call it coattails. They call it coattails, right? And we pulled them across, and they say, there's no way that I beat you by 15 points. I've had that. We've had plenty of those calls too. So anyway, but whatever you can do, Francis, it would be. It's a great thing. It's an important thing for the country. So important. You have no idea. So important.
Well,
and I very much appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate your call, and I hope you and your family have a very healthy and happy Christmas. And and I certainly appreciate you and everything that you've done.
Well, and I appreciate it too, Francis. Do you think they'll be working after Christmas to keep it going fast? Because, we have that date of the 6th, which is a very important date.
Right.
The date of the 6th. Hold up.
To keep it going fast.
So, okay, this is Donald Trump is now getting in on the war on Christmas. Fuck celebrating Christmas with your family, says two-time loser Donald Trump. You gotta work on Christmas. For me. Because I won by a lot. But again, the important date of January 6th. I wonder why it's so important. I wonder why.
We have that date of the 6th, which is a very important date.
Right. I know you got that coming up, and I can assure you that I'm going to be working, and we're going to be working, and it's
good.
I appreciate it, and our team's out there working. We got pandemic.
Well, thank them.
Yeah, we've got.
And I hear the Georgia. It's not the FBI, it's the GBI, right?
Right.
Okay, but I hear they're fantastic, and I hear I'm about 96% with them, so that's good. Okay. But say hello to those guys. Tell them I appreciate it very much. Let them all know.
I will certainly do that.
You just take care. Call anytime you need. If you need help, call me. But Mark has the number. But Mark appreciates it. But I wanted to call you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and you have a good evening.
Thanks, Francis. Take care. Have a good Christmas and everything. So up. Thanks, Francis.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.
There's no, fuck off. There's no, fucking, put the phone down and go, God damn. That's what I do after phone calls, right? I just put the phone down. It's oh, fuck. Right? She probably did and had to edit that out. But again, a very important date of January the 6th. Interesting. But again, my favorite part of that was there's one, they call it coattails, and I won by a lot. Those are the two ones. They call it coattails. I've never heard of that term before, but they call it coattails. I wonder what those are. That's what they say. I've never said that. And then also, I won by a lot. Something really bad happened. Really, really bad. It was so good. I mean, Jesus fucking motherfuck. Yeah, what a disaster. Why the fuck was this guy not impeached over the Georgia call? Seriously, what the fuck? Come on. This is we should be having impeachment proceedings. Let's go! What the fuck? Impeach the motherfucker again. As far as I'm concerned. I think that they shouldn't be impeaching Donald Trump every month for the entirety of the Biden administration. They should just impeach him every month. Just come up with something else that you failed to impeach him on before. That's what I think. While you're at it, throw Nixon in there. Get that over with. It's a long time coming. Throw all the impeachments in there. Fuck them all straight to hell. Especially Donald Trump. Fuck that guy. But again, I won by a lot. That was really entertaining. I'm glad I listened to that. Jesus Christ. Hell yeah. Let's impeach Barack Obama. Finally, right? Maybe we can get a bipartisan impeachment. Impeachment for drone striking American citizens, right? Let's get it. All right. Damn, we got some hot content coming up your way. How's everyone's day going? Yo, I need a vibe check. Vibe check, folks. Come on. Let's go. Vibe check. Right? How are we doing? I'm feeling great. Hopefully you're feeling great. I'm feeling really good. I would even go as far as to say as I'm feeling tremendous, actually. If I could make that claim.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
Bodan, I've done speed runs of Doom 3, buddy. I've done literally probably 80 playthroughs of Doom 3 on this channel. I've also done master levels. I've also done Doom 4, but I'll do them all again at some point. JL199 vibes. Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good. Woke up at an unholy early hour. That's good. Wake up as early as motherfucking possible. I woke up at 6 o'clock today, and I feel great. Now again, you should. Okay, here's my thing when it comes to sleeping. Whenever you have to be up, like let's say, like you work at, like, in my instance, I work at 10 o'clock. My commute is going from the bathroom to my bedroom, so it takes about 24 seconds. But so I like to be ready by 9:59. And approximately 36 seconds into 9:59, that's when I like to be ready. You might hear dogs in the background. But I like to get up as early as possible. I like to get up 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours before I need to be up. Because what it does is it lets me get everything I want to do out of the way. It lets me do my morning ritual slowly, right? I don't need to rush downstairs, and then like get the cup of coffee and then go like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. It's unnecessary. So I like to get up as early as possible. For me, I like to get up at 6, 7 at the latest. Sometimes, like, if I really had a hard time sleeping, I'll sleep in, but having consistent sleeping schedules goes a long way for your mental health, let me just tell you. Like, if you go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day, you'll feel a lot better as a person. Everything will, it's just all about that mental health. There's a dog downstairs. Her name is Cheeto. She's a doodle. She barks like a motherfucker whenever someone comes in or out of the house. So, I'm a stay up late and sleep in type. Well, yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit as well. So, that makes sense. Good morning, comrade. Yes. Oh. Like, okay, here's the thing. What do you do at night that you cannot do in the morning? Oh, I'm going to stay up late and play video games. Okay, how about you get up early and play video games? That's what I do. Right? Usually when I wake up, right? I wake up, listen to a podcast, play video games, get my brain churning, read the news, drink my coffee, have a good time. And then y'all are like, I'm gonna stay up late and play video games. And then, like, you're always rushing in the morning. Why are you doing that? Okay, I wanted to play video games. Like, what? What are you for? Like, what the fuck are you... Like, why are you staying up late? I listen to Good Morning Comrade in the morning, of course. Mudjo II, we have a confirmation Andrea will be playing Doom 64 imminently. It's happening. Have I got your 80 likes? I got 55 likes right now. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck? Like the motherfucking stream. This is not a request. You might think, oh, look, Andrea's being funny again. Look, I'm not gonna like the stream. What are you, the Joe Manchin of stream likers? Like, Jesus Christ, just like the goddamn stream. I'm gonna wait until there's one more like. I'm gonna be the last one to like the stream.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Jesus. Yes, having a solid sleep schedule is important. You don't have to get up and be productive. Just taking the first step of regulating your sleep schedule is enough. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Now, again, I'm someone who, a majority of my life, I've been depressed. I've wanted to kill myself. I've hated every single waking moment of life. I used to sleep like 14 hours a day because I hated living so much. And I can tell you that getting a well-regulated sleep schedule is one of the best things for your mental health. I can tell you. It's just the way it is. What if my church is against drinking coffee? Lol. Do I have a choice of getting a soda versus waking up early? What if your church? Okay, first of all, my church. Second of all, against drinking coffee? Why? Okay, That's okay. So the choices are soda and like what? Like what's in soda? Caffeine. What's in coffee? Caffeine. So your church bans healthy alternatives? Does your church not let you eat salad? Do you have to go to McDonald's to get a salad? You can't make your own salad because of your church? What the fuck? Like what? I'm sorry, but that's some dumb shit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but like what the fuck? Sorry, my church says that I am only able to move by walking on my hands. I can't walk with my feet because my church says so. What? I'm sorry. It's just baffling to me. But I mean, I drink a diet soda, I guess. I don't know. Like, take a caffeine pill or something. I don't fucking know. Open up a caffeine pill and put it in water? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Why am I demonetized? I'm not demonetized. Not anymore at this moment. Raffle. Ha ha ha. This is hilarious commentary, both Andrea and Room. Thanks a lot, Room. I appreciate this for the... Wait. My Room is giving me some... Oh. Oh, that was great. Thanks, Room. Thanks, Room. I got demonized. So I was demonized. And then I got demonized. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I really hope I'm not like being offensive here. I just like the idea of my church says I'm not allowed to drink coffee. It's just... when I hear that, like again, I'm sorry. My church says I'm not allowed to breathe oxygen. So what I do is like, I don't know, like my church says that I can't eat, bread. What? I don't know. It's so stupid. Should I, can I do a video on regulating sleep? What would you want me to talk about? When it comes to that, what would you want me to talk about? Like what would you specifically need help with or that kind of stuff? Y'all watch that Murder Among the Mormons on Netflix? No, I haven't. What's that about? My church says you all owe me $10. Yeah, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It says I am demonized. Uncanny Valley. Smia has written the same message twice. Incredible. All right, folks, let's move on with the stream. Are y'all ready for this? We've got some good ass fucking stories coming up here. Like, I'm just letting you know. I'll buy you a coffee because my pastor says to at Bob Carmody. And I just can't, like, coffee of all things. You know what I mean? I'm down. If a religion says don't eat a cow, I'm down with that. If a religion says don't eat pigs, all right, sign me up. If a religion says don't drink coffee, I'm skeptical. That's where my skepticism comes into play. At Josh Kiss, she did a video on Door yesterday. I don't see a message from Josh Kiss. Oh, any new stuff on Jimmy Dore? Did I do a video? I may have uploaded the video yesterday, but I think it was like 2 days ago. I'm not sure. Here's a tip that helped me. Just set a time to be in bed. Don't stress about falling asleep. Just rest in bed and see what happens. It's also important not to do anything else in bed but sleep. I would say, I mean, you can do sexy things in bed too, of course. I would say reading before bed is a good idea. Anything that does not involve blue light is a good idea, in my estimation. Jenna Nix, hi! Hey, welcome. When coffee arrived in Europe in the 16th century, clergymen pressed it to be banned and labeled satanic. But Pope Clement VIII, also known as V, took a taste, declared it delicious, and even quipped that it should be baptized. Hey now. Dora videos are evergreen, TBH. He did a dumb thing. He did do a dumb thing, that's true. I jerk off before bed. Sometimes I jerk off in the morning. That's another thing. If you wake up in the morning, like if you wake up at 6 a.m. and you're feeling it, boom. I'm just telling you, it makes your day a little bit better. Andrea, you can lucid dream. I lucid dream very, very often. It's something I practiced a lot last year. In fact, I've got my dream ass journal right here. As you can see, I got my dream ass journal. I've got, look at this. Look at this. I got pages upon pages upon pages of dreams. Look at this. I'm going to turn this into a book at some point. You see this shit? You see all these motherfuckers? Sometimes I draw on here too. Look at that. You see like page after page of fucking dreams, dude. It's incredible. But yes, I can lucid dream. It's one of my abilities. I'm a very spiritual person. I am in touch with my inner humanity. But I like to play video games all the time, so why not do it in the morning? I know nothing, Kat. I'm sorry, I'm out of the loop. Military trick for sleep. Just say to yourself, don't think repeatedly, and it works for me. I would not do that, personally. I would rather think about other things. You should write that book. I should. Ever do those 8-hour lucid dream binaural beat streams on YouTube? Nope. I prefer to lucid dream with other ways. When you lucid dream with like binaural beats or whatever and other stuff, like it really limits the scope of what you're able to do. I prefer to do things like supplements. Like for example, I've got some supplementation in here. Look at these. Look at this. Look at this. You see this? This is called Celea Zacatichichi. This is a Mexican dream herb. You can buy them online. And I popped a couple of those last night, and I had some wacky motherfucking dream. I was escaping from some sort of mental institution, something like that. And then as soon as I escaped, I saw Max. Max found me. And then so we were trying to run through like a city, and Max was with me. And then I got into like, you know, a taxi of some sort. But I forgot to bring Max into the taxi. And then so like it was like 5 minutes later, I just realized, oh shit, I just left Max on the side of the street. And so then I jumped out of the car, rolled on the road, and then I just like ran through the city looking for Max. I was screaming, Maxie, 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 and then he found me. It was a cool ass dream, man. But yeah, Maxie, 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 look. Maxie, hello, my precious angel, you're saving me once again. Oh. Look at this dog. Oh. Look at your chubby cheeks. You have chubby cheeks. Why are your cheeks so chubby? Oh, there he goes. A lucid dream is where you know that you're dreaming. But when you practice lucid dreaming techniques, it will make all of your dreams better. So, for example, my last lucid dream was, I think, last week or so. Where, I mean, there's different levels of lucid dreaming. You can become lucid in a dream and just like the dream stays like normal, but you know that you're dreaming. You can become lucid in a dream and break the physics of your dream. Like, so for example, the last time I had a lucid dream where I broke the physics of my dream was when I was in my grandparents' house, and I read a note that says, go to the attic. And I don't think that there is an attic in that house, but I did go to the attic. And then in the attic, I discovered like a different realm. I don't know. It was like, you know, going to a different world, like through a portal in Spyro or something. And so I went up in there, and then I was like, oh shit, that sounds magical. I guess I'm dreaming. And guess what? I was! And then I started flying around, and fucking it was epic as hell. Got to go see the sexiest man ever. Oh shit. Good luck. Max is a quintessential dog. What kind of dog do you have? That's Max the dog. His name is Max, and he's a dog. I would say Max probably was dreaming with me. That freaking dog-ass dog. Well, the herbs actually do make your dreams way more potent. There's a couple. I'm going to do more videos on lucid dreaming in a little bit, but there's a couple I like. Salea Zakatachichi and Mugwort are my favorites as far as herbs go. Flowers, I recommend the Blue Lotus. All right, let's get into some news, folks. So, what do you think of when you see this object? What do you think of? Do you think of sleeping? Do you think of, oh, it's a pillow? Or do you think that it's MyPillow? That's right, folks. MyPillow CEO. By the way, I got that pillow from Walmart, so not MyPillow, but MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell urges election criminals to surrender to him for less prison time. All right, folks, let's fucking read this story. This is from Newsweek. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell has urged criminals involved in a massive voter fraud conspiracy to contact him for help in arranging reduced prison sentences. So, not only is this guy implying that there's election criminals, but he's implying that they're already going to jail and that he has some sort of capability of giving them a fucking... Okay, so not only are there election fraud criminals, right? So they exist in this guy's world, but they're being prosecuted. Like, if the election fraud criminals were being prosecuted, wouldn't that imply that, like, Trump is still president or something? Like, if they were actually being prosecuted, right, wouldn't that be a good thing for Trump's presidency or what? I don't know. So these guys are being prosecuted, and Mike Lindell, I guess, has, like, a buddy at the FBI or something, and he's going to get them reduced. I don't know. Let's read. Lindell, a proponent of the baseless theory that the 2020 presidential election was stolen from former President Donald Trump, two-time loser, by the way, made the remarks during an appearance on the Charlie Kirk Show podcast that was released on Friday. Lindell promised that a flood of evidence validating the theory would soon emerge, while offering to help cut deals similar to the old mafia days for those involved in the purported plot. What authority does Mike-ass motherfucking McFuck Lindell have to fucking reduce prison sentences? I just want to know. There will be a big surprise of evidence, Lindell said. There's going to be whistleblowers. There's going to be people that work within organizations, and they're going to come forward so that they don't get longer prison sentence. What does that mean? Like, is he secret? Like, is Mike Lindell, like, going to rip his clothes off and it's just revealing, like, a badge for the FBI or something? I will tell everyone out there right now, if you want to reach out to me, you probably should. If you're one of those criminals, because maybe we can work out a deal. So you don't get, the longest sentences. Oh, right. So they're going to get the longest sentences if they don't reach out to some dumbass fucking pillow company guy. What? I love that image right there. It's kind of like back to the old mafia days, continued Lindell. This is going to be so broad, and just explode. And this isn't just who did it. This is people that are going to say they did it. They were part of it. Whistleblowers, law enforcement. We're going to have it all. Oh my God, this is amazing. Although he offered to help deals for whistleblowers, Lindell offered no such assistance for Republican Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, saying that the governor had better run for the hills before he goes to prison. Oh my God. Lindell called Kemp a traitor after he certified Trump's loss to President Joe Biden in Georgia. Lindell also says that he intends to release a couple more shorter documentaries as follow-ups to his previous documentary, Absolute Proof, when promising to bring an unspecified case to the Supreme Court. He said that he did not know who was behind the supposed plot, but suggested that it could be China, the Communist Party, maybe combined with the deep state. I love this guy. This guy rules, dude. I love him. Lindell has claimed that new evidence proving the conspiracy will be provided as he defends himself against a $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit from Dominion Voting Machines Systems, a company that has been accused of helping throw the election for Biden. I asked them to sue me, Lindell said of the Dominion lawsuit, so now I can show them all the evidence when I rebuttal them. rebuttal them. I can't with this guy. Dominion's lawsuit alleges in part that Lindell's repeated claims of election fraud are a marketing tactic to help with MyPillow business from Trump supporters, with the company heavily advertising its products on Fox News and other outlets favored by conservatives. Newsweek reached out to MyPillow for comment. I love that. Newsweek reached out to MyPillow for comment. Can we just... And in the words of the loser of the 2020 election,
only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Jesus fuck. That is extremely hilarious. Newsweek reached out to MyPillow for comment? God damn it. Fuck me. Oh, that is so funny. Woo! Yeah, he's starting a new social media platform. I heard that. Yeah. I can't wait. I'll probably sign up. I'll do that tomorrow. We got to, can't have 2 MyPillow stories in one day. Come on, right? Got to be a daily dose. Daily dose of MyPillow. Vocal. MyPillow, would you like to comment? Oh my god, MyPillow. Woo! But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day. I like making sure people are having a good day. I like asking multiple times. I like, I like providing everyone with, if something happened in the last 10 minutes, you have an opportunity to talk about it. Again, I'm feeling pretty good. Probably going to get to one more story today. And then I'll probably be done. So hopefully you enjoyed the show thus far. Because, OMG, is it March already? It's been March for a couple weeks. Bodan, we're actually on the second week of this godforsaken. Can you believe that? That's my leg, in case you're wondering. That's my leg. Anyway, Kat, can you email me some stuff? They're making more DLC for Doom 5? Jesus. Anyway, so let's get on it. All right. So this is super cool. I'm reading this from the Washington Post. I know. China and Russia to open moon base, expanding space cooperation. All right, so let's read. China and Russia have agreed to jointly build a research station on the moon, expanding the two countries' cooperation in space. The lunar base will be open to all interested countries and international partners, according to an online statement Tuesday from the China National Space Administration. The Chinese announcement did not give a target date for when the station will be complete. China's Space Administration said the research base will be located on the moon's surface or in orbit, with capabilities for long-term autonomous operation. Yo, this shit is so good. I love this. Can I just say, I love this shit. I love it. It will engage in research activities including lunar exploration and utilization. Yo, motherfucker! Can you imagine, it's your job to, live on the moon for 6 months and go exploring in moon caves? Can you imagine that? That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. A memorandum of understanding was signed Tuesday by the two countries' space administrations. The announcement said, in the past few years, China has pushed to the front lines of space research for the first time, while Russia had been seeking to regain its leading position from the 1950s and 60s. Russia was the first country to launch a satellite into orbit in 1957, and the first to send a person into space in 1961. In the space race that ensued, the United States pulled ahead, landing the first humans on the moon in 1969. China's space achievements have been much more recent. In 2019, China became the first country to land an unmanned spacecraft on the far side of the moon, establishing the country's arrival as a space power. I really hate the space power bullshit. This is one thing. Well, let me read the rest of the article here. Then last year, China successfully ferried 2 kilograms, 4.4 pounds, of lunar rock and soil back to Earth, the first moon matter to be brought back in 44 years. Chinese leader Xi Jinping has called on the country to develop into a major space power. Ugh, disgusting. A Chinese probe, the Tianwen-1, is orbiting Mars, where it is capturing striking images and is sent to land a rover, and it rather is set to land a rover on the surface of the red planet in May or June. I'm excited for that. The idea of having a moon base, that's amazing. That's really, 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 really cool. But yeah, there is I'm trying to remember, but I read this quote somewhere of I believe when Russia first put Sputnik into the atmosphere, someone in America said something along the lines of, "Yay, look at this, we did it," in a bar or something, and everyone looked at him. It's like, what do you mean we? It was the Russians. And that's one thing I want to talk about when it comes to space. Space should be a human effort, right? We should all be trying to get into space as a collective species. The idea of the space race, bogus, right? The idea that an American citizen would see Sputnik in orbiting and go like, damn, I hate that. Like, the idea that a human being can see a robot orbiting the Earth and think, I hate that, is just disgusting to me. It's just disgusting to me. And so, like, again, this is something that I feel all countries should be cooperating on. The idea of us having this bizarre space force, like, we're going to have boots on the moon, right? As the Netflix show will say. It's just disgusting. It's gross. And it's disgusting. It really is heinous, in my opinion. And we really need to work together because, I'm sorry, this planet is fucked. Have y'all seen these new studies on climate change? This planet is fucked, folks. It's fucked. And who's fucking it? We're the ones fucking it. We're fucking Earth right in the asshole, and not in the good way. Let me just tell you, there's no lube going on here, folks. And we really need to stop this garbage. And we really need to work together. We need to fix this fucking planet. And we need to explore other planets. 1, because it's cool, right? And 2, because why not? Right? Like, the idea, right? Again, we are spending more money to keep this planet unequal, right? It costs more money to have entire continents of starving people than it does to feed them, house them, and let them have modern luxuries, right? This is a ridiculous fucking world that we live in, and it's all because of capitalism, folks. Capitalism has destroyed science. The idea that we're in the, space race 2.0, what the fuck? Bro, wouldn't it be way cooler if we all cooperated and got to the moon together rather than going like Chinese versus the Russians versus the goddamn American? Like, what is that dumb garbage? Seriously. I really hate capitalism, folks. I really do. But again, when it only costs, like, let's look, for example, at this COVID-19 bill that just passed. $1.9 trillion was just printed by the United States government. Now, imagine if the United States government printed $50 billion to end world hunger. Imagine. The U.S. government just passed a bill. We are going to print $50 billion to end world hunger. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Right? What's stopping us from doing that? Right. Capitalism is stopping us from doing that. Because if we were to put money into ending world hunger, guess what? We would get, one, we would waste our money. And then two, we would be giving money to new competitors. Bitch motherfucker, what? Again, like this new American Rescue Package alleviates 50% of child poverty. Why don't we alleviate all of child poverty? Mike Silver says, space race created an explosion in technologies. Competing against each other is good, not bad. Nope. Wrong. Cooperation is better than competition, especially when it comes to technology. I'm sorry, I heavily disagree with that. Heavily disagree with that. Now, do I think that, like, again, can you have multiple different agencies try to come up with the same strategy, right? Or rather the same goal, but with different strategies? Yes, absolutely. But like, let's say someone in Group 1 found something that would help Group 2's strategy. Well, if Group 1 wanted to win a race, Group 1 would hide that new strategy that new strategic help to that strategy that Group 2 is working on. Now, if Group 1 accidentally stumbled into that, it would be better for Group 2 if Group 1 shared their information with Group 2. You don't need to have them competing, right? You don't need to have America and the Soviet Union going like, oh no, the other one's gonna nuke us if we don't get to the moon in time. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we all need to work together. We all need to do, again, not just on space stuff, but just saving the motherfucking planet. You know what I'm saying? We need to save this fucking planet. We need to go to other planets. We need to look for resources. We need to, like, build Mars fucking colonies. That would be cool as fuck, motherfucker. But we can't do it under this capitalist system of economics. Capitalism has got to go. We would have had a moon base 30 years ago if it weren't for capitalism. 40 years ago, maybe. Maybe even 50 years ago, we would have had a fucking moon base if it weren't for capitalism. Like, I'm just saying. Anyway, that's my segment on space. Cool as hell, folks. Cooperation in space station created deadlock when nothing new was created in 15 years until Musk came with his ideas. Cooperation in space slowed down progress. No, Mike Silva, you're wrong. First of all, I'm assuming you mean Musk and not Mask. It's a bad thing, actually, that Elon Musk exists. Wouldn't it be way cooler if every human on Earth who was interested in space and exploring space had equal opportunities that Elon Musk had? Wouldn't that be way cooler? Wouldn't that be awesome? If someone who's, let's say, growing up in a poor neighborhood who wants to be an astronaut someday had the same opportunities as Elon Musk, someone who profited from their family's apartheid mines? Yes. Free market capitalism destroys everything, Mike Silver. You are plain wrong. You are exactly incorrect on this subject. Socialism destroyed since in USSR. I don't even know what that means. Market completion creates new inventions. That's also not true. Look at the pharmaceutical industry. Most of pharmaceutical industry's research is done via public investment and development, research and development. And then those public research grants are given to private corporations and they sell things that are public research and they make all the profit. Again, competition isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when it's competition over money, that's the bad thing. I am an expert in Eastern Europe and space tech. Well, prove it, bitch. Because so far, you're sounding like you're wrong. Now, again, if it's like like you have 10 different groups and they're all working on getting to the moon with different strategies, that's good. Competing in that area is good, right? But once you get into a situation where group 1 is going to hide relevant data from groups 4 and 7, that's where it becomes bad. When you make it into like, oh, I want to win, that's when it becomes a bad thing. If everyone shares everything, we get to the end goal faster. Like, look at climate change. What's one of the top right-wing things? Well, if we were to do the Green New Deal, then China wouldn't, and therefore, we shouldn't even bother. That's one of the classic right-wing arguments against the Green New Deal. Well, what about China? What about India? What about Russia? Well, what about Iran? If we do the Green New Deal, then they won't, and then we're at a disadvantage. How about, as a globe, we all do the Green New Deal? How about we all get to renewable electricity? After death of Sergei Korolev, only on Big Rocket in USSR was made in series. Commies just not allowed to do anything new because of bureaucracy. Mike Silver, God bless his soul, thinks that communism and the USSR are synonymous. And I understand that. Like, I mean, I don't. Like, it's just factually stupid and very dumb. But I can understand how if you grow up in that environment where there was a disgusting totalitarian authoritarian regime in your next door neighbors, I get it, why you'd be afraid of the idea that they espouse. But it's as dumb as people saying that, like, Nazis are socialist. I'm sorry. Like, it's just dumb. It's stupid. And it's, as a first principle, it really clouds your judgment, Mike. I'm just saying. The idea that working with someone is bad because a totalitarian, authoritarian government destroyed your homeland, I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. Like, yes, the USSR, for the most part, is trash. It's garbage. They did some good things, they had some good ideas, but it was mostly corrupt, garbage, authoritarian, party politic bullshit. Yes, the bureaucracy, garbage. Yes, imperialist expansion, garbage. Yes, nuclear weapon development, garbage. Yes, they're like fucking all of their systems of governance for the most part are trash. Yeah, they had some good ideas. We should take their good ideas, expand upon them, and prevent them from going to be corrupted. Just as we should take the good ideas of American capitalism, get the shit out of it, and then, that's what the whole world should be. Learning from our mistakes. It's not capitalism good, communism bad. No. Capitalism bad, communism good. The problem with Russia is that they were competing in a capitalist economy, global economy, and that corrupted the way that they went about business. Like, the original revolution might have been starry-eyed, might have had good ideas, but the end result in the 1980s and 90s was trash. I'm sorry, it was garbage. The USSR is shit. That doesn't mean that playing hopscotch with your buddy and cooperating is a bad thing. Cooperation is a good thing. Competition can be a good thing, but when you have competition tied to, like, starvation, when you have competition tied to money, then it becomes corrupt in the same ways that the USSR was corrupted. Like, again, if you are hiding good ideas from your neighbor, right, that would benefit them and you because you want to win an arbitrary race, I'm sorry. If you're doing it in, like, video games or something, if you're playing an MMO, right, and you're trying to, like, reach level 100, fine, whatever, it doesn't matter. But if you're doing something on a scientific world, if you're doing something medicinally, if that's the kind of situation, cooperation is key. You want to know why the space race ended in 1969? It's not because NASA and Russian scientists, I don't know what the Soviet Union called their space program, I forget. But it's not because they didn't want to continue going. It's because the governments said, we can no longer use this for effective propaganda, therefore we give up. That's why. So literally the exact opposite of what you're postulating is why that shit went to shit. They had won the arbitrary race. Oh, we won the race, y'all. I'm king in the castle. We won the race. And then they gave up. Right? There are so many people in the scientific community that wanted to keep going. We'd probably have a base on Venus right now if NASA was expanded at the rate that it was in the 1960s continuously. We'd probably be having a base on Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the Moon right now, but we don't. because the capitalist gods of industry decided, fuck it, whatever. So we need to cooperate. Does that mean that the USSR is good? No, fuck the USSR. All my homies hate the USSR. I wish that were truer than it might actually be. But, yeah, they had some good ideas, and we should take notes from that. Just as how American capitalism has some good ideas, and we should take notes from that. Does that mean capitalism is good? No! Does that mean America is good? No! But what it means is that there can be some little nuggets, some crisp golden nuggets that were baked at 370 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And we can use those, and we can maybe make something else out of it. That's what it means. Venus is hot as hell. You can't do anything there. I'm just saying, Bodan, we might be able to if we would have spent 50 years thinking about it. Like right now, again, if I could just like call someone up on the phone and say, hey, I want to dedicate my life to getting a fucking base on Venus. And someone on the other end of the phone was like, all right, I got a team. You can work with them. And then they were to educate me and train me in that. That would be awesome. If that was how our society was built, let's fucking get it, right? That's awesome. You know what I mean? But that's not the way society is built. If I'd ever want to even come close to getting a base on Venus, I'd need to go to college. I need to pay for that college. I need to find a job. I need to work for fucking 30 years fucking climbing a capitalist hellhole ladder. Fuck all that bullshit. If anyone is like, hey, I want to find out a cure for cancer. Oh, hey, buddy, we got a whole group dedicated to that. Why don't you come join us? If it were that easy, we'd have cured cancer right now. If someone were like, hey, I want to figure out how to create anti-aging medication. Oh, we got a group on that too. Let's do it. If someone were like, right, and you call on the phone, hey, I want to create a way to have lab-grown meat that's cost-effective and uses renewable energy and that can save the lives of billions of animals. Oh, yo, we just had a whole group dedicated to that. Here, I'll send you the invite. If it were that easy, the world would be way better than it is right now. And the reason why it's not easy, capitalism, motherfucker. Fuck that shit. Anyway, maybe I should make that an extended segment. I don't know. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, I feel you, Mike. I understand what your problems are. I get you. But I mean, you can take good ideas without taking the whole pie. Russia is now a fascist state with Führer. Socialism was ended in Russia in 92 to 93 when market reforms were made. Yeah, Russia's garbage right now. Anti-Asian. I said aging, motherfucker. Aging. I don't want to age. Like I said, I'm planning on living to the crisp age of 200 years old. And really, like, that's why why do you think I eat healthy? Why is Andrea always talking about stopping eating meat and eating a healthy diet high in protein and low in sugar? Because I want to live long enough for when we get to the point where anti-aging medication is discovered, and I want to get in there, slide right in, and I want to live until the crisp old age of 200, 300, 400. Why even set a goal at that point? Motherfucker. I'm not planning on dying anytime soon. All y'all old motherfuckers that have eaten McDonald's for the first 40 years of your life, my heart goes out to you. I'm sorry that you won't be here when we achieve fully automated luxury communism, right? But I plan on being here. I'm 24, gonna be 25 in a couple months. I plan on achieving fully automated luxury communism. So join me. Stop eating sugar. Pay attention to your fucking body, folks. If you're under the age of 40, you might be able to make the cusp. Just a reminder, speaking of 40, if you are a vegetarian, you have a 40% less likelihood of developing heart disease. If you eat meat every single day of your life, or most of your life, you will have in other words, have a 40% increased risk of heart disease. What other activity would you do if it gave you a 40% increased risk of dying? Well, like what? Like smoking? Okay, maybe. Name another activity that gives you 40% risk of dying increase that you would do. Like if you found out that, like, I don't know, eating a random food gave you 40% chance of dying, would you still eat it? Well, you just found out, motherfucker. Stop eating meat right now. I don't exactly know the nuance of that, Smia. The studies that I've looked at just compare people that are vegetarian for most of their lives to people that eat meat every day. We're still doing more of that shit. I will do a salad at McDonald's. Oh my god. A salad at McDonald's. I love the lack of pluralization. It's just McDonald's. Amber J. Fish. That shit. When I played Dark Souls the other day, it was amazing.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Reminder, if y'all missed it, last Sunday I did Dark Souls while shrooming, and I named my character Amber J. Fish, and that was very fun. Very good conversations were had. Very fun run, by the way. I gotta play more Dark Souls. I smoke cigarettes too. I'm doomed. It's okay. I smoke weed sometimes, so, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? But you have to, like, weigh the pros and cons with every decision. That's my thing, is I like to weigh the pros and the cons with every single decision I make. And when it comes to eating habits, right, food is medicine, y'all. Food is not, like, most people just, I'm going to wake up and eat, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to eat a lunch. What am I going to have for lunch today? I'm going to get home and I'm going to make supper. And then they go to bed. What? And then they wake up and they go like, do you think about what you eat? What do you put in your body, motherfucker? Like, would you eat chalk? Would you eat would you eat this cup? Because that's what you're doing when you eat meat. Is you might as well be eating a plastic fucking cup. What's the difference? You're killing yourself, bitch. Same thing with sugar. Sugar more so than meat. Like, seriously? I'm gonna eat paper. I'm gonna eat paper. Like, I mean, like, legit though. Like, those, like, bizarre shows, right? That are like, these people have unhealthy eating habits. Like, sometimes people eat bleach or, like, laundry detergent or, like, like, they eat, like, chalk or, like, they eat, like, fucking whatever. That's basically you. Literally, I'm not even joking. That's you. That's what you're doing. Everyone that eats meat, everyone that drinks soda, everyone that eats fast food, you're gonna be a specimen on those fucking television shows in 40 years from now. And I'm not joking. You think this is a joke. Oh, look at me, the funny streamer. I'm not joking. Like, imagine you eat meat. Imagine you fucking drink soda. Imagine you fucking eat McDonald's. And you have the gall to look at a television show that, like, looks at people eating, like, fucking paste or something. You go, oh, those guys are weird. What? What? You're the weird one, motherfucker. I'm looking at you like that. Anyway, that's my motivational speech for today. Anyway, hopefully everyone had a good day today. I had a lot of fun. Be sure to link this show to your friends, y'all. Let's have, like, a little bit of a meta conversation. Like, did you learn? Did you think my delivery is funny? Like, do you think I'm a cool person? Like, link this show to your friends, folks. Like, you have Discord, you have cell phones, you have, like, a Skype group or Twitter DM group. Link my show and say, yo, this bitch is hilarious. She's smart. She's motivational. She's inspirational. And to top it all off, she's hot as hell. Come on, y'all. Your friends would not enjoy the show? Get new friends. Fuck them. Imagine, right? Like, imagine you have someone you consider a friend. A friend? And they don't want to fucking destroy capitalism? What? All my homies hate capitalism. Let me get this straight. You've got a friend and they don't want to eat healthy? What? All my homies hate eating unhealthily. You've got, wait a second, a friend And they don't want to have a moon base? What? All my homies love moon bases. Why are so many of my favorite YouTubers trans people? Trans people are the coolest people in the world. Like, I'm... No, but for real, though. Like, the experience of transitioning will blow your mind. Y'all should just try it for fun sometime. Like, just try it. Like, just give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's just cool as fuck. Like, you learn so much about society this way. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great day. I am going to go on with my day. I will probably at some point today, Bodan, if you're here, Bodan, where are you? I will at some point today finish the Scythe 2 and Scythe X Doom WADs. Now I know that I've got 65 motherfucking viewers here and no one watches my fucking video game streams. Again, motherfucker, okay? Last Sunday, I played Dark Souls, did drugs, and we had some epic philosophical conversations, and none of you showed up. I bet you feel like a dumb fuck. I bet you feel like you missed out, right? You stupid fucking... I don't want to even finish that sentence because I don't want to offend you any further than you're offending me. What the hell is the matter with you? Anyway, watch my video game streams. It's basically this, except you see this little image of Nancy Pelosi in the cop car? Except imagine it's this, except there's a moving screen here. Could you imagine such a thing? I know, right? Incredible. Anyway, it's all good, Matthew. I'm just teasing. Except I'm not. Watch the fucking stream, folks. If we invested in thorium reactors, we could process our nuclear and toxic waste and fossil fuels, desalinated water, sequester carbon, and produce the best cancer medicine. I don't know much about thorium. Would you mind sending me more links on that? Lol, I like playing games, not watching people play them. I don't give a fuck about to sleep. You know what? Here's an idea. Get a post-it note, right? Watch my stream, get a post-it note, and put it over the game feed. How about that? I don't want to watch video games. Okay. And? That's not my problem. That's your problem. Put a post-it note on your monitor, have another window covering that, and watch the fucking stream anyway. Jesus! Come on! What the hell is the matter with you people? So crazy. So crazy.
Everybody comes in. So crazy. Everybody. So crazy. 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 Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, everybody comes in, your everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of government. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up. But they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it.
I hate the white man. He's of the devil. He was made in a cave in the worst parts of Europe, produced from the lowest forms of humanity.
Crowds like this, we were the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling. We like to troll. 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 He was very upset. Why would he be there? Why? Because I want to win. I want to keep everyone.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
Get your words straight, Jack.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs, kids jumping on my lap, kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
We've ended the war on American energy. We were in war.
Everybody comes in.
And we've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal, one of our great natural resources.
Your brother, your cousins. Everybody comes in, your grandmother. They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Once they think they can get in, they're coming, and they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet. And they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet. And they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order.
He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent
Are you talking
like
about Hunter?
hell.
Are you talking about
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about me.
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It wasn't
For cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. And once he
Dumb people, liberal people.
And this is just the beginning of America First.
Mr. Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy. Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Oh, yeah. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and I think it's inappropriate.
I admit to always improving.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan. And it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine.